talked about your national and regional suppliers in a previous video, we're now going to turn our attention to those suppliers that work very locally to you or that offer a very specialised service. Now, to add these to your portal, we click on the Local Products link on the navigation pane. As you can see on this mocked up school, I've added products such as peripatetic teachers and my local CCTV provider. This part of your portal can be added to manually by DP staff, and it's really straightforward. Let me show you. We literally click on Add New Product, and under Name, we're going to type the name of the company. So, for example, Sarah White, photographer. Now, under Select Category, there's a huge list of services, and I just need to find the one that best describes what this company provides. So I can either scroll down this list, or I can type in a few letters. So as I begin to type in photographer, it's going to find that for me. And I just click on Select. And I just left click to select it. The delivery is concerned with whereabouts the company processes and stores our data. So on-premise means that I have a piece of software for the company on my school server, or I can click this if they store our data in the cloud using something like OneDrive. If I share data via the company's website, I would click this button. Or does the company use a different method? In which case I can click on Other, and I can then add free text in here. Now, as soon as I click on Create, a pop-up appears that allows me to create my own data map, which I'm actually going to talk you through a little later in this video. But before that, I'm going to take you into the Documents and Training area. And this is where you can download a couple of documents that you can give to your local suppliers. So if we click on GDPRiS, and then we go into Guides and User Guides, we can scroll down. So this information schools need talks suppliers through the GDPR and outlines their responsibilities to you. The second document, the sample data mapping spreadsheet, can also be given to your local suppliers, or you can use it to generate your own data maps. So in this first column, you or the supplier writes the name of the company or product. Now, if I just click on this second tab, the Guidance tab, this explains exactly what you need to pop into each of those different columns and different rows on the mapper. Once the local supplier has returned this to you, or you've generated the data map yourself, you just need to save it to your computer. I'll take you back into the local products section, and we can have a look at how we upload that data map. So we select the relevant product, which is here. We then click on Import Fields, choose the file. I've saved mine on my desktop. Click on the file and then click Open. And then we click on Import. Now give it a couple of seconds and you'll see that this button here will turn red. We press this. Yes, we do want to save that. And then we publish all fields. As you can see, that's the information that we've popped into that data map. I can scroll across to see all the various different data elements. Next, I'm going to show you the second use for the local products section of your portal. Now, as well as adding those local companies, you can use this section to record processes that are used within your school or MAT. So as you can see here, I've already got entries for things like archive HR records and return to work. I'm now going to add a new product called HR applicants, and this is for people applying for vacancies. Now I just click on Add New Product, type in the name of this process, select the category, which I can either scroll down to find HR, or I can just type in and select that. Now this data is going to be stored within our server, so I can just click this little button here and hit create. As you can see, a wizard appears, and this enables me to create my own data map. If I didn't want to use this, I would just click on the little cross here, and then I can upload a template I'd saved on my computer. Okay, so let me talk you through this wizard. The number of fields refers to how many rows you need to have in your data map that share the same process for collection. So in this example, I'm going to say that I process the candidate's name, date of birth and DFE number for the purpose of identification. So I'll enter 3 in this box. The next box asks me to state the purpose of this collection. So I'm going to type in personal identification. The legal basis goes in here, and in this case it's public interest. So I just click on the little circle and I'm going to scroll down. The data source is where the information is coming from. So in this case it's the applicant via their application form. I now select the data controller and processor, which in this instance is going to be the school for both. And again, just close the drop down and move on to the next. So my next thing to think about is the sensitivity rating. Now I'm collecting name, date of birth and DFE number. Now whilst these are all personal, they are not special category. So I'm just going to pop a little circle in there and close the drop down. Under retention, I free type how long I'm going to be retaining this information for. So we're going to say 6 months from the date of the post being filled. And that's in line with the guidance from the Information and Records Management Society. I then work my way through each of these data subject rights. Now some of them are not applicable, but being informed is, access is. I'm going to keep going. I get to rectification. No, they don't have the right to rectification in this case. Or erasure. So I'm just clicking no for both of these. Keep going. Yes, they can restrict. They don't have the right to object. And I'm clicking yes for these final ones. And now I come to data sharing. Now I don't intend to share this information with any other parties, so I'm just going to click no. I then come to data location, and I'm going to say that this is being stored and processed in school in the UK. So I'm just going to click here. Now just to explain, the reason that each location is repeated in this is just because there have been variations in the way that different schools have entered this information. Right, so I scroll to the bottom and I click go. And I'm then asked to type in a title for each row of the data map that we've created so far. So in this first row, I'm going to say I'm collecting full name, surname and title. Here, date of birth. And DFE number. Now this is really important. I've created 3 rows so far that share the same purpose for processing, but as I have other rows to add that have a different purpose, I'm not ready to save yet. Instead, I'm going to add more fields and go through the wizard again. This time, I need 3 rows, and the purpose is to facilitate communication. As before, I'm going to work my way through each tab, selecting the relevant options and adding the information I need to show on my data map. So again, legal grounds, public interest, and we're just working our way through again. Now, as you've seen this already, I'm just going to scroll down and we're going to go to go. So as you can see, I've now got 3 more gaps. I've got to pop the titles of these 3 rows. So I've got address, email address, and phone number. Now I'm set. I can click Save. And as you see, it does it all for me. So these are the titles I've popped in. Here's the purpose, the legal grounds, etc. Now obviously these have got gaps here because we didn't go through the wizard completely the second time. But if you look at the top three, all the information I've popped in is correct there for me. Right the way across to location, etc. The final steps then are to click Save. Yes, I do want to save that. And once I click on Publish, I'm all done.